Hey YouTube, what's up? Today we want to talk to you about labels. Labels. As a society, we love to label things. As soon as we see something that's new or we don't understand, we want to put a label on it so we can understand it. That can have some complications though when you're dealing with sexuality and with coming out. A lot of people who are coming out don't have a label yet to define themselves, and maybe they don't even want a label to define themselves.
We struggled with this a little bit when we had our own coming out processes a few years ago, and even up until this day, it's still something that we're constantly figuring out, and it changes a little bit. So we want to talk to you guys about our experiences with coming to terms with labels and whether or not you even need one.
When we each came out, we didn't say like, Mom, Dad, I'm gay. When I came out, I said, I'm in a relationship with John, and you said the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said you were in a relationship with John, right? And that invited the question from our parents, like, okay, does that mean you're gay? I think I said at the time, like, well, no, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I didn't have an answer because it's very scary to make that leap and just be like, whoa, I wasn't looking to label myself.
I think that I wasn't prepared for that question, even though maybe I should have thought it through and realized that that might have been something that my parents would have asked me. So when they did ask if I identified as gay, I was kind of like, no, not really. I don't know. I think that I just want to be open-minded right now. I'm not going to put a label on it. I'm not going to say yes or no to any gender or sexuality. It's just whatever I happen to find attractive and appealing, and I just happen to be this guy.
Are you Jeremy sexual?
It's possible. I'm a beep sexual.
Beep sexual? So I think it's really cool. We've come a long way and we have so many labels now for all different kinds of sexualities, genders, romanticisms. With all of these labels, it's great to have these things because they can look at the label and be like, oh my gosh, that's me. Like, that is exactly what I am. But at the same time, it's still putting a label on you and it's putting you in a box. When someone comes out in the media as just not straight, society wants to know. They're like, what are you then? Are you gay? Are you bi? Are you like sometimes gay? Like, who are you? We need to know. So I think we do need to make some strides where it's okay just to say, look, I'm figuring things out right now, and you know what? I don't ever need to tell you exactly what I am.
There was a pretty recent study that said that less than 50% of teens now identify exclusively as straight. I think they were given a spectrum between 1 and 7 or something like that. 1 meant they were straight, 7 meant that they were gay, and anywhere in between just meant that they landed somewhere on the spectrum. Over half of the people that were surveyed said that they landed somewhere in the middle. And I think that shows that there is a lot of progress being made, and that the next generation is going to be more open-minded to the idea that you don't have to have this binary idea of sexuality.
Yeah, I think a lot of people's identities evolve and they shift over time. I know mine has. You evolve physically and mentally and spiritually and emotionally, and I think your sexuality evolves too. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
When you introduce me to people, what label do you use to describe me?
I introduced you as my boyfriend.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, okay, cool. But the people my parents' age think that boyfriend sounds kind of juvenile, I guess. They prefer to say partner. I don't necessarily prefer that term because I think it sounds very cold and it can be misinterpreted in a lot of ways.
This is like what I think of partner. I'm like, okay, we're behind for the fiscal year. Like, can you just sign here, please? That's what I think of when I think of partner. And also, like, it doesn't have gender associated with it, and I want to be proud to say, like, I have a boyfriend. To me, it's important to make that distinction. I don't know, maybe we need a new word for, like, if you're not married, like husband, but you're beyond boyfriend. I don't know.
Well, there's also significant other, which my great aunt, that's the term she prefers.
I like that too, I guess. You are my significant other. You are very significant, and you're not me.
But again, it's not a gendered term, and we both want to be very out and proud about the fact that we have a boyfriend, a male partner. I was gonna say sex partner.
I mean,
so you're right, maybe there needs to be new labels. And again, it goes into the whole thing of like, how are labels important? Are they important? What kinds of roles do they play in our lives?
let us know how you feel about labels. Do you think that they are validating to people, or do you think that they tend to put people in boxes?
And if you have chosen a label for yourself, let us know about it in the comments below. We know that there's so many diverse ways to identify. We need to kind of learn a little bit more about it ourselves before we talk about it to you. But you guys can help us out, so let us know down below.
If you like this video,
Give it a thumbs up!
you know what to do.
Oh my god!
If you haven't yet, click the subscribe button. I'm Beam. We're two Beams.
Peacing out!
Peace out.
So,
Go ahead. Sorry. Excuse me. As as a society and as a people,
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. Because like I never refer to us as a people. I'm so like inarticulate when it comes to this because I have no experience. I've never been married before. I don't know if you knew that.
I've only been married like 3 times.
Deep.